welcome back to the Humanz Influencer Marketing tutorial video series. In this video, I'll be showing you how to create a campaign using our platform and how to manage that campaign once you've created it. So first thing you need to do, log in here with the little button at the top. If you haven't created an account, it's super easy. It only takes about 5 minutes. Just register an email address. Tell us if you're an agency or if you're a marketer yourself. Tell us the kind of influencers you're interested in. And that's about it. And then you're in. Remember, you can either register a free account to run marketplace campaigns, or you can register a premium account or upgrade your account to a premium account to also be able to start searching for influencers via search engine. So either way, what you can do to create a campaign, whether you have a free account or a premium account, is click on this little button here on the left, create campaign, and that will allow you to create a brief. Now, I will show you a ready-made brief actually, rather than a non-made one, just so you can have a look at all the different sections. But essentially, here it is. When you create a brief, you first will describe the name of your campaign, the name of your brand. You can put a logo there and then describe what you want influencers to do. You can put little mood boards of the kinds of tasks or the kind of actions or the kinds of pictures you want them to post. If you have a place that you want to drive their followers to, an online place, you can create a link as well, and we'll track the conversion of that link as well. And you can decide who your target audience is so that we can look at and track conversions, engagements, impressions against your target audience specifically. You can define your budget, and then you can define whether you're going to make it a public or a private campaign. So only premium users can do private campaigns. If you're a free user, you'll only be able to do a public campaign, meaning that everyone will see your brief and influencers will be able to bid on your brief and tell you they want to work with you. Now, you can have some control over that, so you can define whether, for example, you only want male or female influencers, the countries you want them to be able to bid from. You can set a minimum amount of followers, so they have to have that minimum amount of followers to bid on your campaign, and also the maximum price you're willing to pay. Now, an influencer might go above that price, but it's up to you to then negotiate. If you've got a product, you can define what your product is, whether you're going to gift it to them or not, whether you're going to ship it to them or not, what the value of that product is, and any other information that's relevant. If there's a pack shot you want to upload, you can do that as well. Finally, you can define tasks, and those tasks, your campaign will have a start and an end date, and you'll then be able to define what you want them to do, whether it's an Instagram post, what mentions and hashtags you want them to use, and descriptions. So you might go and tell them, hey, attend this event on this day and take a picture, tell people you're going to attend this event, and then tell people what you did or share tickets or whatever it is. And then finally, do's and don'ts. So these forms the basics of your contract with the influencer, but they'll essentially be what are the kind of things the influencer is allowed to do or must do, and what are the things they're not allowed to do. So that could be working with competitors during a campaign, or having worked with competitors in the past, or posting certain types of pictures, etc., etc. So once you've created your brief, you then click save, and your campaign is then live. Now you'll quickly see when you've created a campaign, if it's a public campaign, you'll start receiving bids, and you can review those bids in that interface here, and have a look at each of the influencers that are bidding on your campaign, and have a look at their profile. And you get access to all of the Humanz data for people that have bid on your campaign as a free user or as a premium user. And you'll see all of the data about them as an influencer, as well as their followers' data. If you accept the bid, you can click here. If you decline the bid, if you're not happy with the bid, you can click here. And if you want to negotiate on the price, you can click here as well. You can also use the interface to chat with the influencer, and you can have a conversation with them before you accept or decline the bid. Once you've approved the influencer, they will move into this part of the interface where you can start approving their content. So you will be able to see the content that they're proposing, if they've got a picture or not, and you'll be able to see what post they're proposing, what images they're proposing, and what task here at the top is associated to that. So this was for a tweet, and we had 3 options, for an Instagram story or for an Instagram post. And you can use the same interface to approve or disapprove or give them feedback on their content. And then finally, once you've approved it, you'll be able to approve the influencer of payment once they've published. So you'll be able to say, hey, the influencer is published and I can see they've attached their link. So go ahead and pay the influencer. And you'll also be able to track the success of your campaign in the ROI report. The ROI report will show you impressions, engagements, conversions against your targets, as well as impressions against your target audience specifically. So if you set a specific target audience, how many of those impressions were against the people you wanted to reach? Same for engagement and same for conversions. And you can see more detail about the impressions broken down by demographics, engagements, conversions, and then your top performing content as well. You can also compare the performance of each influencer on each channel, and then the performance of, and then you can have a look at all of the content they posted here. That's it. That's running a campaign in a nutshell. I hope you found this interesting. In our next video, we'll look at breaking down more details about each of the data categories and what they mean for an influencer's profile.